Brymbo, a proud little community just outside the town of Wrexham and the place I now call home. I moved here in January and I'm loving it here. Really enjoying living in Brymbo. The first few months have been really good. What you're looking at now is Plas Brymbo, or New Brymbo as I call it. This is more Tanafron area. And I'm on a mission with this channel to prove that every little place like this, I think anywhere you go in the country is going to have something interesting, whether that be a story, whether that be its history, whether that be a cool feature, a building, a natural formation. Something cool is going to be somewhere. And Brymbo does have a proud and a cool history. It's got a deep history. It's got the old steelworks that was probably once a world famous steelworks. And more recently, they've discovered a prehistoric history in Brymbo, where they discovered a petrified rainforest dating back millions of years. So with that being said, when I moved in, I jumped on Google Earth and I had a little scan around and see what I could find, see if I could see anything interesting that I didn't know what it was. So zoomed in on Brymbo. Sort of know Brymbo semi-well. My grandparents lived here. My mum and my uncle grew up here in their childhood. And surface area wise, it's quite a big place, Brymbo. There's a lot of things to see. So I scanned the area on Google Earth, trying to find something interesting, and I found something interesting. I found this little castle looking thing. I didn't have a clue what it was. I thought, could it be an old tower? It definitely looks man-made, so I went to have a look. So me and the little man packed up the drone and off we went in the direction of the thing. Now I am absolutely fascinated with local history, especially local history. And everyone knows about the steelworks in Brymbo. Everyone knows about this petrified rainforest from millions of years ago when the earth looked completely different than it does now. I love those things. But one thing I did not know about Brymbo, and one thing I've found since moving here and digging a little deeper into the history of Brymbo, is what they found in 1958. In 1958, a team of workers were digging to, I think they were putting a pipe in, and they were doing it in number 79 Cheshire View, Brymbo, in the garden, I believe. And while they were digging in the garden, they found human remains that were 3,500 years old from the Bronze Age. From the test they've done, the person they found was a male around 35 years old. He's now called the Brymbo Man and is known as Wrexham's oldest resident. The date of birth they've given that man is 1935 BC, before Christ. And I just can't get my head around that. I just find it so fascinating that people 3,500 years ago were in Brymbo. So although Brymbo doesn't have a lot of old buildings, there is still history here. There were still people operating in this area 3,500 years ago, almost 2,000 years before Jesus Christ was even born. He was buried in a stone grave. They believe he was around 5'8", and he did have an injury above his eye that they think was an arrow strike, but he did survive the injury. The strike from the arrow wasn't the thing that killed him, because there were signs that he'd healed from that injury. And I just find that so cool. I just like to think of, I wonder what that guy's life was like. I wonder what people he was around, what they believed back then, what tools they were using. He was actually found with a few tools. And the Bronze Age was sort of the first period where humans started using tools. The discovery of his body remains one of Wales's most important archaeological finds and is currently on display in Wrexham County Borough Museum, which I definitely need to go and check out. Anyway, back onto this mysterious building we were in search of. We found it, we saw it at the top of this hill and started walking towards it. Still did not at this point know what it was. We got up to the top of the hill, which wasn't as easy as it looks, and found this really impressive old building. Go inside. Come on, let's go. Let's go and have a look.
I told you it was open.
Let's go and have a look. Wow. Look at that.
I said, Sleepy, behind you.
Wow. So it turns out this building is called the Brymbo Bottle, or nicknamed the Brymbo Bottle. And originally it was a lead smelter, which when I found out it was a lead smelter instantly made sense because of Monera lead mines being a few miles away. And after doing a little bit of research, I found out it was built in 1792 by a man called John Wilkinson, who, yes, indeed, did build it to smelt lead from Monera mines. It was originally 100 foot tall, which would have been so impressive to see. It's a real shame that the roof has collapsed in on itself and sort of being reclaimed by nature now. Looking at the old photos, you really get a sense of the size of it. It's huge. You quickly realise why it was called the Brymbo bottle, because of its unique shape. And you realise how much of the area has changed. No forest in front of it, you can see it directly from the Brymbo pool there. And just an amazing bit of history. I grew up probably 5 minutes away from this and I had no idea this existed until I moved here. A really cool piece of history. And if you've liked the video and want to see more like this, I'll be doing other videos of other places around Wrexham, North Wales and the surrounding areas. So subscribe if you want to see more. Until then, see you later.